Hi everyone, Jean-Pierre from Medialpha. Today we're going to talk about finances and the 7 streams of income. As I mentioned in the intro, we're going to talk about 7 streams of income today. As you probably know, at Medialpha, we have a lot of willingness and interest in helping you in different facets of your life, not only your health through the services that we offer with the nurses and everything else, but also through like education for health and also education on your finance, personal growth, and different things like that. Because obviously we have a holistic life and we need to make sure that we can work on different aspects of our life because it plays as a major role in how we perceive our life and how we can evolve and help people. And our goal, as you know, is always to help. It's really our heart to be able to help you guys. And I hope that the content that you have from us is interesting. And if you do, please subscribe. I'm going to start with that. I don't do that all the time, but I would really like for everybody that listens to those videos to subscribe. Obviously, it helps us pass the message. And as you know, our heart is to help people. And we believe that the content that we do has a lot of value. And we would like to share that with more people. So when you like the video, share the video, put comments and like the video. It really, really, really helps. So I really thank you in advance for that. Now, let's go down into talking about the 7 streams of income that exist. The first one is earned income. So that's very simple. Everybody at one point in our life have a job or had a job or will have a job. And either it's a job for an employer or that we're self-employed and we're being a consultant. Either way, we're trading our time in exchange for an income. And our goal as an earned income is the first layer of income that we can get. And also, if we listen to those type of videos that we do and you work on your personal growth and you work on ironing out your skills, you can always ask for more and increase your income. So that's very interesting because as your skills get better, as your health gets better, you can earn more income from the output that you create and the value that you bring to the market. So earned income is the first income that people look for. Now, once you have that, then you're going to be able to diversify and have other type of streams of income. Maybe you already have some of them. Maybe you have some and you don't know about others, so I would just want to cover them all. Another stream of income is from having a sideline business or eventually a full-time business if you're interested, and that's from profit income. So profit income is basically something that you buy for a certain amount and you sell for another. Example, if I had that bottle of water that cost me $1 and I'm able to sell it for $3, then my profit is $2. $3 minus $1, $2, that's the profit that I have. Obviously, as I grow my business, I'll have other expense, but you get the idea that this is profit. The good thing about it is that there's a lot of advantage of having a business in terms of like tax deductions and everything else, but it's also that now you created something where your income is not directly proportional to your time, because your time is 24 hours a day. So when you increase your hourly rate, you make more income, but you have a limited time. Whereas when you have a product or something that you can create that's on the side, it's also something that you can make on top of your, like that is not related directly to your time. Obviously, you have an output in your business, but you can have employees, you can have products that you sell in larger quantities to the same client and so on. So you can create other streams of income, which is profit. So that's income number 2. Income number 3, now we're going to talk about investments. If you, let's say we're going to take for the example, investment in the stock market. So we're going to talk about capital gains. So let's say you have a stock that is $10. And that stock grows in value and it becomes $20 and you sell it at $20. That means that your money actually doubled, right? You started with $10, you ended up with $20 and you had a $10 gain. $20 minus $10, that's $10 gain, right? So that $10 gain is called capital gains. And this, what's interesting about it is, first of all, if the stock goes up because it was a good choice, then you created value and you created extra income if you sell it. If you don't sell it, you still have the value that you hold, right? But talking about capital gains is when you sell it, you create a taxable event and it's called a capital gain. And that capital gain is not taxed like every other type of income. Capital gains, as I mentioned, that $10 is taxed differently. So where I am here in Quebec, in Canada, normally the first 50% will not be taxed. So that means that the first $5 is tax-free. Very cool. The next $5, that's the one that I'm taxed on. So as you can see, you already have an advantage because you took a quote-unquote risk in investing. So obviously there's a reward against that risk, which allows you to make a better income or a better profit out of it. So that's capital gains income. The next type of income that I'll use the stock market as an example is dividend income. So a dividend, that's number 4, dividend income. So a dividend income basically is an income that is generated, that is money that is distributed by profitable companies that have an excess in cash flow. So if a company, let's say like TELUS, for instance, or Bell, or any company that has extra cash flow and they have extra profit, what they do normally at a certain point in their maturity of their business, they like to distribute that to the shareholders. So let's say you own a stock of that company and that company makes a profit, they will distribute that to you. Those are in the banner that we like to call dividend stocks. So company that owns real estate, company that owns cash flow friendly businesses like telecommunication and so on, they often offer and give dividend. So the difference with a dividend compared to, let's say, an interest that you get at the bank, which is the next income stream that I'm going to talk about, is that it's also taxed differently. You pay less taxes on that income than an interest. And this is because, again, there's a risk associated to the fact that you invested in that company and they gave you money only because they made a profit. So if one year they didn't want to make a profit, maybe they might not share something. Generally speaking, good, solid dividend stock, blue chip stock, they will perpetually send money because they have the cash flow, and also because it's part of the mentality of the investor that wants to invest in there is for the cash flow. Because imagine if you have a certain amount of money invested in those companies, and those companies are sending you money either every month, every 3 months, or once a year, but without you having to work, it's like a certain type of passive income that is very good for your personal cash flow. So that's very interesting. Obviously, you could reinvest that money, but you could also have it accessible to you. Whatever is your plan is your plan. But the idea is that it's money that comes on a continuous basis, which is great because you see, when the market is going down, like at the moment of this video, the market is not doing so great, but a dividend stock will still continue to give you money. Whereas your capital gain is out of the question, but for certain stocks, not all stocks, but certain stocks are out of the question, but the dividend will still continue to give you on a regular basis anyways, which is nice because then if it was part of your cash flow for whatever use that you have, it will still keep coming over time. So this is dividend stock, dividend income. So the next type of income, which I mentioned just a minute earlier, is interest income. So let's say you're buying a treasury bond or you're buying some product from the bank or from anybody that you're lending your money to. And they say, no problem, I'll give it back to you with interest. So that interest is an extra source of income that you generated. And generally speaking, when you make an interest income, you will be taxed 100% on that income as opposed to the dividend income. But it's still another stream of income that could be very interesting depending on the structure. So some people, they like to play like the bank and they lend money to people with an interest. And that's a very, very interesting extra stream of income. So that's for interest income. The next stream of income, we're going to jump into rental income. So rental income talks about rental properties. So everybody has the picture of owning a duplex, a striplex, a sixplex, a 30plex, a certain amount of doors that you have a tenant that is there. And normally the goal is for the tenant to be able to cover most, if not all, or even better, more than the expenses that you have so that it could generate you a rental income. So obviously, we can break down real estate into different streams of income that is within the context of real estate. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on the conversation that the tenant is actually paying the expenses. And hopefully, there's even an extra that will go to yourself. Either way, they're still paying down the capital on the house, like the mortgage. And therefore, it still creates an income for you that you can have access to at one point. So this is rental income. Very, very interesting. Real estate is a very interesting stream, means to invest your money for those that like it. So real estate income, rental income, very interesting type of income. And the seventh stream of income is called royalty income. So the royalty income is another stream that's very interesting. It's something that is paid for for something that you created once and that could pay you over time. Example, I have a copyright on the book because I wrote the book, and this book is being sold and translated and everything else in multiple countries. Every time that book is sold, I get a royalty for this. I created a song. That song was created in 2002, and it still plays today at the radio. I still get a royalty for all the time that those videos have been streamed online or have been played on the radio and so on. So that's called royalty income. If I have a patent on a product and then I license my patent for people to use it, that's again a royalty income. Or nowadays in 2022, or even we started hearing that in 2017, but it's becoming more important nowadays. We call that NFT, non-fungible tokens. And you're going to see a lot of artists, a lot of paintings, a lot of physical product and so on will have an NFT and a contract related to that will generate them income, so that this product, even though it's sold to a third party, a fourth party, and so on, will still create a royalty income, to the person that created the product, because it's going to be part of the smart contract. So this is very, very interesting, and we're going to see the royalty income going more and more. Now, another one that might be more obvious to everyone is people creating YouTube channels or channels that are online. Because again, the video that we're doing today, if let's say 5 years from now, somebody looks at that video and it became popular enough that it's worth it for Google to pay us some money, then we will have a little piece of money, doesn't matter what the amount is, something, right? Obviously, our goal here for the channel is not necessarily that. It's just more to educate for the purpose of you understanding that we care about you. But for the people that are creating channels online, if you want to know how it works, it's because they're looking for royalty income, where they're going to get an income from all the viewers that are seeing the channel. So if you look at the people like Mr. Beast or like other type of people like that, I'm not saying that I like him per se. I'm just saying he has a lot of followers and he's making royalty income from his channel. So it's a mix of a business / royalty income, but the idea is that he gets money every time somebody watches his videos. So these are the 7 streams of income. So I hope this information was very useful for you. I know it was a lot of content in a short period of time. If you have any questions, please write them below. If you like that video and you like that type of content, please put a thumbs up. It allows, obviously, for the algorithm to show our video to more people and to be able to help more people to open their mind for their finances. And if you liked it, share it with your friends. And even better, please subscribe to that channel, because then you can be able to see all the other videos that we're putting out for you. So if you have any questions, we're here for you. We care for you. And I wish you a very good day. Bye.